Hey everybody, Rob Hunden here, CEO of Hunden Partners, and today I'm going to be talking to you about RFQ and P processes for developers. Developer solicitation and selection processes are really a psychological dating game for major public-private projects. They can take a decent amount of time to get through, up to a year potentially, if they're done well and correctly. It's like Match.com for the public and private sectors. You show me your best stuff, I'll show you mine, and we'll get together, right? So I've got this great community, I've got a great plan and vision for a project, and I want to attract you to it. And if I've done my homework, I've got a great Hunden feasibility study that gives you all the data you need on the market, the financials, the feasibility gaps, the economic and fiscal impact, and maybe we've already figured out a little bit of how we're going to pay for the public sector's contribution to it. So all of those things should be done prior to doing an RFQ process. But a lot of cities will want to jump right into the P process, request for proposal. It is like asking someone to marry you on the first date. Instead, we want to do a request for qualifications first. The request for qualifications is a low stakes opportunity to have a drink at the bar, to have a conversation, to get to know this developer and their qualifications and their experience and their history. Tell me about some of these other projects you've done, these other people you've dated. Did it turn out well or didn't it? And why? For their part, they're going to be asking you, have you done any other public-private partnerships projects that have gone well? What else have you developed in town? Why should I trust and believe you? Have you done your feasibility studies? Do you have a site? Do you have ownership control and a funding plan? Why a Q, request for qualifications, before a P? We've talked about the bar analogy, which is super fun and funny, right? But it is, again, super time intensive and cost intensive to get into a request for proposals for a developer. And they don't know who their competition is, right? And so with an absence of information, many will just pass it by and say, I don't know enough about it. There's probably a ton of competition. I'm not hooked in there politically or locally in any way. And so it's probably wired for somebody else. I mean, they're going to think all these thoughts. And the only thing you're trying to do is get their time and money to pay attention to you. And that's the thing that they don't want to spend is time and money. So how are you going to convince them to do that? You do it through qualification. RFQ should include our study that we've done to show all the data they need to know about this project, the market, the opportunity, the feasibility gaps, the impact, like I said. They also want to know what you've done. And so in that RFQ process, we can talk to them about all the things your community's done to prove that it is a worthy partner in this public-private partnership, that they've done other really cool, interesting things and compelling projects that are hard before. So then this throw your hat in the ring stage, it is a bit of a longer stage because this is where we're beating the bushes to get everybody interested in your project, and we want to do a site visit. On the site visit, they will see who else is interested. That gives them information, that gives them insight, and they don't have to spend a ton of time and money putting together a quals package to send to you, us, that will then vet and compare against the rest of the group. It's low cost, low stakes, low time and effort, and they get to see who their competition is. Then you, as the owner of the project, get to vet all those, and then you should shortlist down to 3 or 4. Developers don't want to be competing against 5 or 6 and know that they have that little of a chance. They want to know I have a 1 in 3 or a 1 in 4 chance. Otherwise, they may self-select out. You also want to make sure you're 100% picking those to move forward who are qualified and not politically connected. Only those who are not politically connected and qualified will smell a rat, and they will head out of town. They will not touch your project. That is the psychology game of why we want to do a Q first. It makes the P go faster too, because you've gotten through the qualifications round. Now we're focused on proposals, details, financials, drawings, all those things. It takes a lot of time and money and effort. You're going to get the best proposals when you go through the Q process first and then to a P. If you start with a P, it's going to be a hot mess, likely end up with a bad result. So we've learned a lot of lessons from those who have done it poorly. With that, I'm going to let you go for this round. We'll talk about plenty of war stories on another one, but I hope this has been helpful for you. Have a great day.